Just days before the 40-round MLB draft, some lesser-known prospects get one last chance to make an impression at Bowman Scout Day. His name having finally been called, an anxious prospect steps up for his turn to put his plate skills on display. Never has this player had the chance to command the attention of so many big league buyers. He looks to make his case for draft consideration. Most of today's Scout Day participants are not considered blue-chip prospects, but they all have blue-chip aspirations. A player looks to follow up his efforts at the plate with a demonstration of solid defensive fundamentals. At the major league level, the defensive standard is near perfection. This prospect looks to deliver as clean a performance as he can. Done for the day and heading back to the locker room, this player is met by one of the scouts in attendance. While preparing for the first of 2 games at the Topps Amateur Showcase, a prospect is approached by a representative of the MLB Scouting Bureau.
Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today we get the ball rolling with. Now at the plate, Manny Fleming, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. And a fastball just a bit up. The 1-0. Finds the zone, strike one. Zamora uses a split-fingered fastball as one of his weapons of choice in the arsenal. He can really be very deceptive when that pitch is working, and I'd imagine as a hitter it's always in the back of your mind. But a good play by the first baseman to spear this one, and that'll retire the side. So they pick up no runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left.
Now,
to the plate now is the designated hitter, Bo Kelsey, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7. Start the home half of the second. Barehanded, he's up with it, the throw. Oh, but he beats it out. Remarkable play just to stop that ball, but it's going to go into the books as a hit, and the leadoff man is aboard. So stepping in, George Navarro. He'll get to take his first cuts here. The 1-2. Now attempt here. Throw is too late, so the sacrifice attempt turns into a base hit. Ready for another chance? Manny Fleming comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Couldn't wait back. A swing and a miss. Velez, the runner at first with 2 gone. And this one's in the dirt. Good job keeping it close as the count goes to 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. It's the depth of a sinker. Sometimes it's a matter of whether or not it's moving east-west, but that one right there had such good downward action. Great pitch.
Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. A swing and a miss at a sinker. The strikeout retires the side. Inning is over. 1 hit, 1 left. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. And we are tied 0-0. Digging in to try it again, Isaiah Minton. He's 0 for 1 thus far. A runner at first with no outs here. Oh, beautiful dive. Hats off to that one. Not in time. Digging in for his second at-bat, Ozzie Santana. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
This game is rolling as long as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in.
Striding in once again, Manny Fleming. First pitch of the at-bat. Takes a knee-high fastball. A 1 pitch on its way. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1. Norris, just 21 years of age. He offers up a 2-seamer, a changeup, a curve, and a slider. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1. The 2-1 home is taken. Ball 3.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
Lifted the other way down the left field line. Santana sprinting after it. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out. Ready once again, Manny Fleming. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Fleming.
Ninth inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball one. Now the 1-0. Left side, but well foul. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss. Throw on to first is in time to get him, so that'll go down as a strikeout and a 2-3 putout. A single run good enough to do it today. 1-0 the final score. MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. One game for each team is in the books, and now it's on to day 2, and we've got a good matchup ahead between the prospects from the Eastern Seaboard and the prospects from the Central region. Marty Connor, the right-hander from Canada, will be the starting pitcher. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Matt, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that throws, I call it a sweeper. It's kind of it's a hybrid between a slider and a curveball. It's a big sweeping breaking ball, and if he has a good one, you'll see lots of swings and misses early on.
Coming to the plate now, Scott Burke, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. The 1-2. Now bunt attempt here. Fleming takes it in. Throw on to first, so the sacrifice is successful.
Whoa. At an event like the Topps Amateur Showcase, you don't really expect someone to lay down a sacrifice bunt, but that's just what he did. Hey, I like it. He put his ego and desire to show what he could do aside and made a play that helped the team. And don't think the scouts won't take a note of that, because they will.
So coming to the plate, Manny Fleming, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Fleming.
First pitch coming, here it is. High pop up. Purley waits on it. 1 out.
Wow, you can see he takes a big hack up there. Looked like he was trying to hit 2 home runs with 1 swing. Maybe to try to impress the scouts that were here. But that's what happens when you try and do too much. An easy pop out and a lonely jog back to the dugout. We'll see if he shortens that swing of a bit next time and just tries to put the ball in play.
Stepping into the box, Manny Fleming, 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Manny Fleming.
Here's the first pitch to him. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. 4 runs here in this half inning. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike 1. The 1-1. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Moss from the outfield grass on to first, and it's in time as they're finally able to retire him. So it's 4 runs on 3 hits, including the home run, 1 error, and no one left. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The Eastern Prospects lead it 4-0. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Scott Burke. He successfully laid down a sac bunt in his last plate appearance. Set to deliver the 0-1. Oh, it's hit to third. 5. And that finds its way through for a base hit. At the plate, Mann23's. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. We're in the 5th inning of a 4-3 ball game here. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. High in the air down the right field line. Mendez on the move. Into the corner. He makes the catch to end the inning. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. Last half of the 5th coming up. The East Stars lead it 4-3. Digging in once again, Manny Fleming. He flew out in his last at-bat.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
1 ball, no strikes to count. A ball and a strike. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And a neck-high fastball that time. Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. Now a check swing, but he does manage to hold up in time. Ball 3. Here it is on 3-1. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And that is off the wall, but in foul territory. Foul ball. 3-2 pitch. He is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. A 1-run finish today. 5-4 the final score. The Central jumped ahead.
With nothing left to do but await his fate, this young hopeful receives a check-in from his former high school coach, who's been acting as his advisor through the process.
Welcome back to the mate. With the 13th pick, the Miami Marlins select Manny Fleming, a third baseman from the East region.
After a long and lonely first 2 days of the MLB draft, this player's wait is finally over. While being selected is a major milestone, new draft After impressively finishing out his draft year in a development league, this prospect has been sent to open the following season with a Double-A club. A welcoming manager offers some simple wisdom.
Minor League Baseball is live and on the air on the show. Opening night here in this brand new season between the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp and the Jackson Generals. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. David Hugh gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
Standing in now with runners in scoring position, Manny Fleming, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. First pitch on its way. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Adames, the runner at third. Britt on second. Santana at first. 2 out in the inning. And a fastball in there for a strike. 1-1. And that misses. 2-1.
Well, when the pressure starts to intensify, it often feels like the strike zone gets harder and harder to hit. This is a big spot here.
But right there is the second baseman, and that will retire the side. So a sigh of relief there as they work out a potential big trouble in the first. Coming to the plate now, Manny Fleming. First delivery to him on the way. Slider, and look out, that's up in the danger zone. Coming down in buckets, cats and dogs, insert metaphor here, and the forecast is not showing any signs of relief.
Total agreement, Matt, and particularly that pitcher's mound. You know, one of the things you have to really be careful, not just for the position players, but that mound gets awfully slippery and awfully wet when it becomes moist like it is right now. So the umpires are going to have to really pay attention to the conditions on the field.
Now the 2-1 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2. The 2-2 popped him up. Oh, he couldn't make the play.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. So it winds up being a run on no hits, and they leave 2 men on. Now batting, Manny Fleming. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Here comes the first pitch. Lefty against lefty here as this is taken for a ball. 1-0. Nobody out, runner on first. And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening. Ball 2. Two-0 count. The pitch. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Ramon Calzado will be next. The 3-1. This is skied into short left center. Furillo coming on. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. Ready for another shot now. Manny Fleming. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Manny Fleming.
First pitch of the at-bat. The swing, and he pulls it down the line and deep. And that nearly broke our tie, but instead it's a foul ball. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. Pulled toward right center field. Cabrera is in pursuit. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Two very well pitched games thus far. There you see it. Each team with a 1 and a whole lot of zeros. 1-1 our score at this point in the ball game. Things have been tight throughout. Into the box now, Manny Fleming.
Third baseman, Manny Fleming.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A ball and no strikes. Yeah, the rain starting to intensify here. It's coming down a little heavier now. We'll see how much longer the umpires can wait.
Yeah, Matt, right now this doesn't look too good. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see the umpires come out and bring the ground crew out here. The infield around the mound and around the home plate area is really getting...
And leading off for the General.
Scorched to third. And that's the first out. Now at the plate, Manny Fleming. Go ahead run at first. Nobody out.
Fleming.
Before the delivery, a check on that go ahead run at first. Here's the first pitch. Foul tip into the catcher's glove. It's strike one. This is pulled into right. Cabrera moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number one.
Well, we've mentioned the conditions aren't ideal with the rain coming down, and that can make every play a little bit of an adventure. You really have to concentrate, and he did there to haul it down.
The catcher, number 1, Alexis.
On the ground to the left side. And very quickly there, they're two gone to start the inning. Stepping in. Manny Fleming.
Manny Fleming.
Here's the first pitch. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. This is foul for the first strike.
You pull a fastball like that, you got to tell yourself to slow it down a little bit, play more gap to gap, and keep that front shoulder square, pointed towards the pitcher. That'll keep everything on plane.
And the two-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Well, everyone was treated to a really well-played ball game in this one, and the guy you see there turned in a particularly notable performance, so he's our top player. It's time for stepping up now, Manny Fleming. He went hitless last night in a game where his guys could push across only one score. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1. The 2-1. Strike two, swinging.
Wow, that changeup is an absolute beaut. They call it the great equalizer for a reason.
Popped him up. Munoz is there. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Digging in now, Manny Fleming. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. Line drive to center field. Kennedy is there, 2 gone.
Well, we've mentioned
Stepping up to the plate, Christopher Negron flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far.
Hey, we're early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Throws in time. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Ernest Cabrera. This one's down to third. Fleming is up with it. Throw on to first, 2 gone. Now in the box, Manny Fleming. Here comes the first pitch. Missed with a slider.
And when you're already down 5, the last thing you want to do is fall behind in the count when you're on the mound. That's not going to do anything to help you get back into this thing.
And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Well, you don't need us to tell you, it's really starting to come down out there. I can't imagine the umpires will let this go too much longer if it doesn't ease up.
Well, you could say that again, Matt. It's raining cats and dogs out there. Make sure you don't step in a poodle. I think it's time to get the grounds crew out.
Swing and a line drive, but unfortunately right at the shortstop for the second out. Into the box now, Alex Munoz comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Oh, it's hit to third. 5-3 apparently. Not sure what was on his mind there, but he elects to take only the out at first. Digging in and looking for more, Christopher Negron. He singled his last time up. Here's the 0-1 pitch. On a line, that's a base hit into left field.
I guarantee you at release point he wanted to pull this pitch back, change up.
Standing in, Manny Fleming. Here's the first pitch to him. Pulled toward right center field. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the second out.
And a nice job here to come in and slam the door. That's his first save of the season, but it certainly won't be his last.
And tonight's one-run game comes to an end, 6-5 the final. The Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp took the lead in the fourth and held on until the end. Dylan Peters earns his. Welcome to MLB The Show and this presentation of minor league baseball. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp and the Jackson Generals. It's baseball. It's the show. Stephen Weldon out of the 49th state of Alaska is on the mound. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Well, this guy's kind of unique. How about a 5-pitch repertoire that he has? That gives him a lot of options for both righties and lefties. And if he's on, he could be really tough to hit.
Sends that one out of play for strike one. Dan Dero, we take a look at our home nine as they take the field here today. They come into this one in good spirits, fresh off their first victory of the new campaign last time out.
Yeah, Matty, this team is starting to really come together. They won last night.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. So it's 2 runs here on 2 hits, with one of them being the home run. So digging in now, Tony Kennedy. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Tony Kennedy.
Hot shot to third and handled for the first out. And with that, here's a glance at the starting lineup for the home squad. Digging in, Manny Fleming, 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
The 0-1 delivery. starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time.
There's your textbook waste pitch right there. Try and get the eye level up. Let's see if he comes back with another fastball elevated or drops a hammer off.
And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
Wow, how about that? He was tempted to make a swing at that pitch right there. That was way out of the zone, but he just kept his hands back enough.
Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now. Felipe Santana waits on deck. He's set. Here's the 3-2. And a slider. Oh, got a favorable call on that one, as that's the first out of the inning. Digging in to try it again. Manny Fleming. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Now a fastball to start things out. Didn't miss by a lot, but it's 1-0. Really starting to pour now, and the forecast is not showing any signs of a break in the weather.
You know, one of the big issues is player safety, and right now this field is getting sloppy wet, Matt, and I don't know how much more rain this field can take.
Rounded up the first baseline, and he'll step on first himself for the out. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Tony Kennedy. He singled his last time up.
Kennedy.
Chopped weakly to the left. Played on the backhand. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. Leading off the inning, Manny Fleming, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. He's ready. Here's the first offering. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1.
That one missed, but if it's a strike, I don't know how you get the barrel of that pitch. You have to really be sitting on it to hit a fastball coming in that hard on the inside part of the plate.
2-0 now. Now the 2-0. Hit hard on the ground to third. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit.
Yeah, great job right there. You squared up on that sucker.
And that right there was his first double-A base hit. I would imagine he's got to feel pretty good about that.
I'm sure he does, Matt. A lot of guys never get to double-A baseball, and even though this isn't the end goal for him, it's always nice to get on the stat sheet as you move up through the minors.
Fleming on at first, nobody out. And a swing and a miss there on a late breaking slider as he set down on strikes for the second time this afternoon. Striding in once again, Michael Martinez. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. So 1-1. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. The 1-2. Fly ball out toward right field. Vargas has a play, and that's the second out of the inning. On to first, a double play. So no runs on 1 base hit, no errors, and no one left. So a big moment here, and standing in, Walter Wada, and he does so representing the possible go-ahead run. Here comes the 0-1. A bouncer to the left side. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And the throw will be too late as he can't recover in time.
Well, it's getting more and more common in baseball now these days to use a ton of pitchers to get through a game, and it took 6 here to get the job.
The Stars of tomorrow get their set to get his day started, Manny Fleming, and it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Pitch misses low. The throw down. Not in time. He's in there at second. A ball and a strike. Burke stands at second with 2 gone. checks his swing here, but he does so in time. Leffler has become known as a starting pitcher that frequently works deep into games. The kind of guy you want on the staff when your team needs some rest because he tends to eat up innings all by himself. 3-1 to him now. The 3-1. And a good cut there, but it's chopped foul at the plate, and it's full now, 3-2. And this is ball 4 as it's off the catcher's glove. Now batting, Ramon Calzado comes in after a day of rest yesterday, so we'll see if it did him any good. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. In there, 2-2. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Tried to bury one down and away, but it's a full count now, 3-2.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And the payoff pitch is chopped foul at home plate, so we'll do it again. Still 3-2. Out of the stretch, the 3-2 pitch home. Again, he sends it out of play. Another full count pitch home. Freezes him. A strikeout looking. A couple of walks, but no damage. Bottom of the first, straight ahead. We are scoreless on the show. Digging in for his second at bat, Manny Fleming. He drew a walk his first time up.
Fleming.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. This is pulled into right. In there, base hit, and that ought to get the run in from third.
Outside of taking a ball in the seats, Dan, these were my favorite knocks to get. 2 outs, man on third, and you're able to upset that entire team, including that pitcher, with a late 2-out ribby knock.
And so frustrating from a pitcher standpoint, D-Roy. You're in trouble. You're 1 pitch away from getting out of some trouble. Make 1 bad pitch, a base hit.
Well, the left fielder's on it, and that retires the side. It's a run on 2 hits, 1 left. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. Jackson leads this one 2-1. Digging in and looking for more, Manny Fleming. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. There's a strike.
Hey, that's a huge pitch right there. You've got to get ahead. When you start to see traffic on the base paths, your defense starts to tighten up a little bit. The best thing to do is pound the zone and get ahead 0-1.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner. Yang stands 6'2" and throws from the right side. He throws a 4-seam fastball, a 2-seamer, a slider, a curve, and a changeup. Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
Well hit to right, but that's a foul ball. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Skied into very shallow right. Cabrera moves over. 2 gone. Steph. In and ready for another shot, Manny Fleming. He'll be tasked with starting things as we begin the 7th.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
Is that gun reading right there? Because that just registered at 91 miles an hour on a slider. If he's working that pitch, that's most guys' fastballs. It's going to be a long game.
That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3. So it's a leadoff knock to start out the inning as they'll try to claw back at that 3-run deficit.
Hey, excellent job right there, leading off the inning with a base hit. We got to keep this line moving. We cannot stop. Nobody can make an out. We have to find a way to put 2 men, maybe 3 men, put some pressure on this defense.
Maybe too much break on the slider. 2-1.
All right, all you're asking for as an offense is a chance. Well, your leadoff man has certainly done his part. He's gotten on base. You have to start clawing back into this game right now if you're going to find a way.
The 2-1 is fastball taken high for a ball.
Well, tying run on deck. He should get something really good to hit right here in a 3-1 count. I'd be sitting on a fastball middle in.
The 3-1 pitch is in there for a full count now. 3-2.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A cold strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
Boy, that's the best pitch in baseball right there with 2 strikes. That elevated fastball. Every hitter thinks that, hey, they can do something with that, but most of the time you get the result that you saw right there. A big swing and a miss and another strikeout.
The batter, center fielder, Felipe Santana.
And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control of this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
Silvino Bracho will come on to pitch now as he'll move into the 8th spot in the lineup on the double switch here. Walter Wada is into the ball game as well as he'll slide into the pitcher spot, hitting 9th now on the double switch.
Number 9, Walter Wada.
Ready for another shot now, Christian Audemays. And with men on base and 2 away, it feels like this at-bat could go a long way toward deciding this thing.
No doubt, Matt. A base hit here changes this game quite a bit. But if they can't score here, it looks pretty bleak for them heading into the last couple of innings.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Shooting for that low inside corner, but he missed with it. 1-2.
I don't know if that was a great take or he got fooled. He's certainly trying to play it off like he knew what was coming. You could bet he'd be on alert for that curveball again.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. And this is fouled at the plate. Again, a 1-2. And there he goes towards second. Fleming is off at first with 2 away. Popped him up. In there, a base hit.
Hey, they're not all beautiful. They don't all have to be. Just throwing a lawn dart over the third baseman's head right there. Beautiful piece of hit.
Digging in once again, Chad Waller. And Dan, what's the plan of attack here for the guy on the mound?
Well, I think they have to go right after him. He's pretty unlikely to take you deep, but if you allow him to get on base, the chances of him scoring and tying this game become a lot greater.
The 2-1 home. Skied into straightaway right. Moving under it, Cabrera. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors. Kicking off the top of the 9th, Manny Fleming, and they'll need him to get something going here. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Furillo is under it. 1 away. Eight to 3 is today's final. The Jackson Generals took the lead in the 2nd inning.
A Double-A hitting coach touches base with a new arrival to the team.